My name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan. How we see people really has a big impact on performance. If we see people as lazy, if we see them as unmotivated, not engaged, then we tend to act towards them in a particular way that tends to drive more of that disengagement. We tend to see their shortcomings rather than their strengths. We tend to be looking for their mistakes rather than what they're doing well. We catch them out on things that are errors, but we don't catch them out on things that are done well. So the glass is permanently half empty rather than half full as we see those people. But if we change our mindset and we start to see people as a full person, a holistic person with strengths and weaknesses, and we start to think about, well, you know, what's good for this person? Where are their strengths? How can we work to their strengths rather than trying to short-circuit their weaknesses all the time? We'll start to change our communication style with them. We'll start to change our mentality about them. So let's think about that person as a fine person. Let's see them as a great person. Let's see them as someone who's really wonderful as a person. Now, their performance may not be wonderful. They may make mistakes. They may have their ups and downs emotionally. But if we make our starting point that they actually, in their heart, they really do want to do a good job, they're not a bad person. They're a good person who might be struggling. Then let's help them with the struggle rather than critique and criticize and push them down. So how we see people is really going to impact on our communication style, how we approach them, even our body language. You know, if you're a boss, you've got a team, there's always bound to be someone, you don't really gravitate to that person so much, so you tend not to talk to them. Or that person, not really happy with their performance, so you tend to ignore them, sort of punish them by withdrawing your personal attention in a way. Very subtle way, unstated, uncommunicated way, but it is being communicated through body language and the degree of content you have in terms of your conversation. So let's switch gears a bit. Let's see people as basically fundamentally good, who want to do a good job, and let's look for the bits that they're doing well, let's recognize those strengths, and let's try and help them on the bits where they're not strong. When we do that, we'll change the entire relationship, our entire frame of reference, and life will get a lot better for them and a lot better for us, and the organization will move forward. Not everybody's a genius. Not everyone's going to be perfect. Not everyone's going to shoot the lights out. We need all different types of people in a company. So we need to have everyone's strength there, particularly in Japan. We're going to have a big problem hiring people, big problem keeping people in the future as the demographics, the population goes down. So we've got to really think about how we treat people and treat them in a way where we're going to get the maximum performance from them and keep them in the company. If we don't do that, we're going to have a problem. So let's change our way of thinking and help to really have a holistic view and see people as their potential and make sure that we're talking and communicating body language as well in that way with them.